Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose, and today is Friday, August 23, 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for spending this time with me and tuning in to check up on your current astrology. I feel so happy and blessed and grateful to be here with you. As you can see, it's a gorgeous morning in Lee Summit, Missouri. I hope you are all feeling well this morning, happy, whole, and supported. And again, just thank you for being here with me. Before we get started on astrology, I want to remind you that I'm giving a class through Nadia Shaw's Synchronicity University. And this is going to be on Saturday, September 7th. It's an online class. You can sign up for it at Synchronicity University. And it's about knowing your natal moon placement and following the phases of the moon and using that information to create and navigate a comfortable life for yourself at home and in your private life. So please join me for that Saturday, September 7th through Synchronicity University. The link is in the description. And before we get started, also just go ahead and like the video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you dig this content. I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I appreciate you. Okay, so as for the astrology, the sun moved on into Virgo yesterday. We're no longer under a Leo sun, but under a Virgo sun. And so, the vibe is very service oriented. It comes with a lot more humility than the sun in Leo does, and this is an effect that it has on our work in the world, how we interact with the rest of the world, and our sense of purpose, how we are unfolding our work and what it is we're trying to do. So this is that time of year when people go back to school. It's that time of year when people get back to work, or they, begin again to buckle down on the work that they've been doing after a summer of leisure and celebration. So it's appropriate that it's Virgo, because Virgo is our mutable earth sign, and Virgo literally just sorts things out. It's about weeding the garden. It's about editing your work, and it's about a sort of creative tidying of the world around you. Okay, so if you're feeling that urge to clean out the garage, or go ahead and restack your storage spaces, those are normal, natural Virgo vibes, and I say go with them. So that's what happened yesterday. And, as you know, because you've been tuning in, it's been a couple of kind of wacky weeks in astrology, especially at the beginning of this week. We had that full moon in Aquarius and a lot of other things going on. Venus was opposite to Saturn, and Jupiter had this big square with Saturn, which these are vibes that we're still feeling, some to a lesser degree, some still to a greater degree, that Jupiter square Saturn is going to reoccur for us down the line. So it's really very much a vibe that we're sitting in. And that Jupiter square Saturn, it's like expansion versus contraction. It's, this desire to grow and get bigger and have bigger, better experiences in a conversation of tension with Saturn, who likes to contract, retract, remind us of our responsibilities and our duties, and basically the stuff we have to take care of in order to get to that expansion. So it's been a little bit of, like I said, a conversation of tension. We've got a little conflict in here because we want to grow, but we've got these responsibilities, we've got these expectations to rise to. And that is very much a vibe that we're still in. Today is Friday, and today we have a couple of interesting vibes with Mercury. Mercury is going to trine Chiron, and then later on it's going to go sextile to Mars. Also, Venus is going to quincunx to Chiron, so Chiron is very much on the plate today, and Mars is going to sextile Chiron tomorrow. So Mercury vibes. Mercury is retrograde until next Wednesday. Mercury is retrograde in Leo, so when Mercury is retrograde, we want to just make sure that we understand the plan before we go ahead and unfold it. Okay, we want to dot our I's and cross our T's. Mercury in Leo is very much about self-expression and taking pride in what you're doing, and it's a-okay to do that. But when Mercury is retrograde, you want to make sure that what you're saying is true, right? Make sure that your plans are feasible. Make sure that you have everything in order, again, Virgo style, before you go unfolding those plans. Now, Mercury does rule Virgo, so the sun is in Virgo. We should be having better luck with the Mercury retrograde at this time. And that Mercury trine to Chiron just opens up this harmonious vibration. And when I say harmonious, I mean things happen very easily. It's not something, it's something you can try to work with, but it's really something to be open to. So Mercury trine to Chiron is opening up this harmonious vibration for healing, for discovering what might solve our problems, for coming to understand what it is that might help us feel more happy, healthy, and whole in our physical body, in our mind, our mental health. That's Mercury and Chiron, right? Our mental health might actually get a boost today, and also just in our emotional health as well. So be open to the healing opportunities today, okay? Be open to the gifts that Chiron likes to bring now. While Mercury is bringing that beautiful trine, easy vibration with Chiron, Venus is having more of a quincunx with Chiron, which is an adjustment energy. So, Venus is about what we want. It's about what we're trying to attract into our lives, what we like, love, and can't get enough of. And in that quincunx position, it just means we might have to make an adjustment. Maybe we thought we wanted it one way, but now we realize that for healing, it should be another way, okay? Or maybe we believed we knew exactly the thing to draw in to solve the problem, but now we realize that maybe that's just one part of it, and there might be more stuff to try to call in to get that healing. So just be aware of it. When the healing opportunity shows up, it should be very easy to take advantage of it, but it might mean an adjustment to your personal expectations. Mercury also goes sextile to Mars later on this evening, and that's a very cooperative vibe. That's, our mental capacity, our thoughts, plans, and communications in cooperation with our sense of assertiveness, our ability to go out and take care of business the way that we do. So, thinking and acting in coordination with a solid plan today is actually a very good idea, even if you do have Mercury retrograde, because Mars is here to help. Mars is like, okay, I'm ready, let's go. We're gonna assert ourselves. We're gonna take action, and we're gonna take care of business. Also tonight we have a nice void of course moon. I haven't mentioned the moon yet, which is in Aries right now, but the moon is going to go void of course this evening around, this morning around 7:44 a.m. So I that is approaching right now, and it's going to stay void of course until 7 p.m. this evening, and that's Central Standard Time, so adjust for your time zone. But really from about 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. tonight we have a void of course moon. That's when the moon is sort of between influences. It's in Aries right now, and then it's going to make its last aspect in Aries before it moves on over into Taurus. But that's going to take 11 hours today. So void, of course, is not a time to really get started on anything, not a really good time to sign a contract, not a good time to try and, commit to something large. If you get asked to marry, if somebody asks you to marry them, during the void of course today, see if you can just wait until tomorrow to answer. Something along those lines. We just don't want to make any big moves during the void of course. And again, that's 11 hours today from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So take it easy with yourself. Void of course is a time to reflect. It's a time to process what's happened over the last days and weeks. And you can go ahead with your business as usual, but I wouldn't try to make any fresh new starts at this time. until 7 p.m. this evening. And then coming up tomorrow, Mars is going to have that cooperative vibe with Chiron as well. So the actions that we're taking today on our plans, the actions that we're taking on our opportunities for healing are likely to bring about a positive outcome for us tomorrow and in the coming days. And that is the astrology for the rest of this week, my friends. Next week, we will have a waning half moon on Monday in Gemini, and Mercury goes direct on Wednesday, and Venus is going to move on into Libra, where she's at home, on Thursday. So I will be here to talk to you about it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week. I sure do appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope you have a great weekend.